March 2nd, 2024. Another day. Thank you, Lord. I'm out here in my little bungalow, my little studio. If you guys saw it, you'd crack up. It's small. It's like when I was a kid, when I was in class, I felt like the walls were closing in. But oddly enough, I'm in this little 10 by 10 box, and I feel all right. I got a message for you today. It's one of substance, and it's strong, and I just hope you listen to it all the way through. It means something to me, and I think we can all relate. Anyhow, here we go. 1 Peter chapter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant. Your enemy, the devil, roams around like a roaring lion seeking whom he may devour. Now, don't you do it. Don't you take off on me. I want you to stick along, because this is not a message of defeat, but a message that ends in your victory today if you decide. Listen to those words, and how does it correspond to your life? Where have you been devoured, and where has he attempted to destroy you? He roams around like a roaring lion seeking whom he may destroy. So essentially, he knows all of our weaknesses, right? All of the chinks in our armor. He looks at that man and goes, man, I can get this guy with that self-addiction. I can get this woman with her self-worth. I can get that kid with his self-confidence. I could get that family if I could just get that father through this addiction. I can destroy them if I can just do that. He creates fear. He wants to lead you astray. He creates insecurity, and the list goes on and on and on, and we've all faced it. We've all had to battle, and we're all here doing it right now. 8 million plus people on this planet. We are all flawed, imperfect, broken, searching. Not a single individual excluded from this battle. It doesn't matter how pretty a picture you paint on social media, how strategically you hide it from the world. We are all going through some version of our own hell on this planet. And I know it sounds extreme. You're like, dude, Anderson, but it's true. And it sucks. And it's terrible that evil is so rampant and big. And I wish it wasn't. I wish it wasn't, and it wasn't supposed to be. But the truthful reality is that if we don't face it and we keep running, that it's going to keep chasing us, and it's going to keep trying to devour us, and it's going to get closer and closer. It's going to get on our heels, and then it's going to sink its claws into our back, and it's going to pull us down into despair and destruction, because that's its sole purpose, is to seek out what it can destroy. We all have these things in life. We all know what they are. There's no need to announce them. We're all, like I said, imperfect, flawed, and broken. We all have them. We know what they are. This is where the 180 happens. This is where, well, how do I fight it off? This is where that happens. We stop running. We turn around. We look it in the eye. And then we say, no more. Not to me, not to my family, not to my friends, not to my life. Nothing evil or bad in your life comes from God. Nothing. All that comes from the devil. You take that key, you close that lock, and then you throw that out into the abyss to never see it again. Easier said than done, I know. But you are not in that battle alone if you choose not to be. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 8 through 9. We are hard pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not abandoned, struck down, but not destroyed. So when you feel like you're going to lose that battle, whatever battle it is that you're going through in your life, and we're all going through one. Like I said, we're all going through something, no matter how big or small it may be right now. We face them all. Remember that you do not have to do that alone. If you have no one else on this physical planet, if you have no family, friends, if you're like, I'm alone, I have no one else, take heart. Jesus already won that for you. I mean, if that isn't something, I don't have to face another battle alone. I have my Creator. at my back, if that doesn't put a shield of armor on you, if that doesn't start to patch up those chinks in your armor, make your weaknesses your strength, I don't know what will. Listen to this, because this is so beautiful. For he knows the plans he has for you, said the Lord, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. That's so beautiful. I mean, truly, it really is. I get peace reading that. I hope you do too. Listen, I heard this, and I don't know who I heard it from, but I believe it too. Our steps are ordered in this life. Our lives are divinely orchestrated. The good and the bad lead us to the finish line, and we make choices along the way. But you're going to be living this life, man, and you might as well have him at your back helping you. Because I've tried to do it the other way, and believe me, man, I'm resilient. I'm a fighter. I'm a warrior. I've faced so much failure in my life, and I've faced success. And I've tried to do it alone, and it's never worked out good for me when I went at it alone. Not a single time that I could pull from my memory bank. So I won't do it alone. Anyhow, I'm glad you stuck with me. I hope something resonated with you in your life where you're being devoured and beat down and pulled into the darkness, and you don't have to be. And that's the beauty of it, man. You have the Lord there to be the sail at your back, to be the Anyhow, thank you for joining me. I'm glad I got to give that to you. I'm glad I got to give it to myself. It made me feel better. Have a good one. We'll catch you next time.